Hello everyone and welcome to another Premier Injuries Daily Update. Now it's been a few days since we actually had a video, and that was just due to the tight nature of the fixture schedule. We moved quickly from game week 13 and now into 14, and in fact we're still in the midst of game week 14, and we're going to be talking about game week 15 as well. There are still two games to be played on Thursday night involving Manchester United and Arsenal, and Tottenham and Brentford. But I'll give you a quick update on what we've had so far this week. Now we'll start at Leeds. Pascal Struijk, he's only managed 45 minutes on the last two appearances, and that's due to an ongoing ankle problem that's causing him issues. Marcelo Bielsa said that he wasn't able to play anymore, so want to keep an eye on. There was also good news with regards to Patrick Bamford. He played for the development side on Monday evening. He got 90 minutes. Now, we understand that there was hope that he was only going to play in and around 45 to 60 in that game, but because of other injuries, he actually went through. Now, it looks as if he'd be too soon for game week 15, but Bielsa said game week 16 is a strong possibility. Luke Ayling also featured in this game. Of course, he's been sidelined since picking up that knee problem that required surgery in game week 5. He played 45 minutes. For Brighton, great result at West Ham, but they picked up a couple of problems along the way. Adam Lallana, he's out of this weekend's game due to a thigh problem, and also Adam Webster, he's picked up a calf injury, and Sarmiento was making his first Premier League start of the campaign. He was forced off with barely 10 minutes on the clock, and that was due to the dreaded hamstring. Now, I don't recall ever having a night with so few games where we had so many injuries on Wednesday, a lot of them pertaining to that hamstring problem. And another player that was hamstrung was Trevor Chabler, the Chelsea centre-back. Looks like he's going to be out of this weekend's game. We're waiting, obviously, to learn the full extent of that. As with all of these injuries, we're talking less than 24 hours after that final whistle. Injuries can evolve, they can progress, but at this stage, we're not going to be able to give any definitive answers. Hopefully, by the time Friday's press conferences come along, we'll have a better understanding and we'll put another video together. But Chabaloa looks certain to be out, and also given the fact that N'Golo Kante is struggling with a knee problem, I don't expect him to return. On the left-hand side, Marcus Alonso, he continues to deputise for Ben Chilwell. But if you missed the update, Thomas Tuchel said, and concerns about him playing every match, Callum Hudson-Odoi is an option on the left-hand side as winger, and also Saul. Of course, he's had a little bit of a nightmare in the centre of the park for Chelsea. Wolves, one potential player to come in, I thought, was for Aït-Nouri, could have been Marcal, but the Brazilian, he's now sidelined due to COVID, so he's out of the equation. And Southampton, problems in their backline, Jan Bednarek being one of those. He picked up a calf injury late on. Now, Ralph Hasenhüttl, fingers crossed, said he hopes that they've caught that in time and that it's not a strain. But that makes it worse is the fact that Jack Stevens isn't quite 100%. We know that he's been sidelined in the long term with a knee issue and also problems with his hamstring. For Aston Villa, Leon Bailey suffered another setback, thigh-related. I don't know if that's a recurrence or a re-injury of the problem that kept him out recently. What we do know is Steven Gerrard doesn't expect it, that he'd probably not be back this year. There's a few weeks on the sidelines at least. And, if you watch some of our other videos, what you will know is that typically if it is a recurrence or it is a re-injury, then it will take longer than that first problem, that first initial setback. So it could be mid-January by the time Leon Bailey at best comes back into contention. Everton, their problems continue. Salomon Rondon, he started with Richarlison in the Merseyside derby, but unfortunately he couldn't finish the game. Again, that was hamstring related. For Norwich, Rasicka, he was absent from the Newcastle game because of a groin-related issue. We don't have any word on the extent of that, while Todd Cantwell out of the matchday squad again because that was COVID-related. Manchester City, Pep wasn't given much away prior to their trip to Villa Park. He talked about the possibility of Phil Foden and Jack Grealish returning to the matchday squad, which of course they obviously did. But Kyle Walker, Ilda Gundogan and John Stones were omitted from the matchday squad altogether. None of those players actually travelled. Pep referenced the fact that the club doctor had said that neither was in a position to travel to Birmingham. So it remains to be seen whether those players can recover in time. Also, I forgot to mention at Chelsea with regards to Rhys James. He was one of 3 players initially flagged by Thomas Tuchel as being potentially fatigue-related or overworked, as he put it. Jorginho was another one, but those players returned. Rhys James wasn't part of the matchday squad, and when he spoke after the game, he referenced the fact that he had picked up an ankle problem and that it was too painful, and that's why he didn't travel. For West Ham, Aaron Cresswell, he suffered a back injury when he collided into a post on Sunday. That caused a spasm. Now, initially, David Moyes said that wasn't a major issue and that he expected to be okay. He was on the training pitches ahead of the game with Brighton, but he wasn't in the matchday squad, and that opened the door for Vladimir Coufal to come into that West Ham lineup. So it remains to be seen whether Cresswell will recover in time. Elsewhere, I think we've pretty much covered it, but like I say, we will have another video dropping on Friday. But for now, that's all. If you enjoy this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. It does help a lot. And like I say, you will be notified as soon as that drops. And if there's anything that you do need to know or you would like to find out, pop it in the comments box below. Otherwise, we speak to you again very soon.